Round 8 of the FIM Motocross World Championship, the MXGP of Germany at Teufelstal, and it was Jorge Prado grabbed a whole shot ahead of his Red Bull KTM teammate Paul Jonas. Verlandren for HRC was up the inside as they went through the first turn. He was in third place ahead of Ben Watson, Thomas Covington, Henry Jacobi, and bouncing off of him was Thomas Kjær-Olsen as Jed Beaton snuck up the inside into around about 6th or 7th place on the opening lap. Heading downhill on a slightly greasy surface. Just watch the top of the screen. Jacobi from 8th, spun up, went down, remounted in 30th place, would eventually come home in 15th. Not good for the home rider. Thomas Covington, though, for Rockstar Energy Husqvarna, had his hands full in third. The HRC Honda of number 10, the South African Kevin Verlandren, was pushing in 4th place. Eventually, he sensed his opportunity. Snuck up the inside of the American on a lap 5. The South African was through. By then, though, Prado and Jonas were just too far ahead. Ben Watson was well placed on his Kamiya Yamaha official MX2 machine, but he got caught by the 19 of Thomas Kjær-Olsen, who went around the outside on his Rockstar Energy Husqvarna into 5th. Watson would eventually come home in 6th, but Thomas Kjær-Olsen wasn't done. He went after his teammate as he battled for 4th. Riding in the wild card in MX2 for the first time on the Diga Pro Cross Husqvarna was Dylan Walsh. He was circulating nicely in 8th place, but then fell, lost a position to the factory TM of Samuele Bernardini. Walsh would come home in 9th. All of a sudden, we had a three-way battle for 3rd. Verlandren headed up the 64 of Thomas Covington and the 19 of Thomas Kjær-Olsen. And as we said before, Kjær-Olsen wasn't done. He went after his teammate, lent on the American. It was a little bit tight on the exit, but the Big Dane was through, got himself into 4th, but that's where he would stay, having made that pass with 2 laps to go. Watson came home in 6th. Jed Beaton for FNH Racing was 7th. Bernardini 8th, Walsh 9th, and Simone Fallotti came home 10th. Jorge Prado made 1 or 2 little mistakes in the closing stages, but nothing major. His teammate here, Paul Jonas, looked happy to circulate in 2nd, about 11 seconds further back, but it was a qualifying race win for Prado here in Germany. His teammate Jonas was 2nd, Verlandren 3rd, Olsen, Covington, Watson, Beaton, and Bernardini your top 8.
Yeah, it was a good quali race. We had a good start, and then I was just a bit careful the first laps because it was a bit slippery. But yeah, rode good, same pace all motor, so I'm happy with the riding. Truck's a bit, yeah, it's nice. I like it. Easy, but it's, yeah, fun. So looking forward for tomorrow.
Over on the far side, Jeffrey Herlings got a great jump, so too did Paul Ann, but it was Herlings who just rounded out the first turn ahead of his teammate and Paul Ann. Nagel right at the back as he got boxed in on his TM through the first turn. He would eventually come home in 18th. DeSalvo not so lucky. Got squeezed in turn 2, couldn't pick up until everybody had passed by. He remounted in 33rd, would eventually come home in 21st place. Herlings was up front, Paul Ann 2nd, Cairoli was 3rd. Geiser made that move around the outside of Van Horbeke to go 4th. Febvre was in 6th place as Lieber was bouncing off the furniture. First up the inside of the 77 of Lupino. Siwa also had a look on his Wilvo Yamaha. Lupino, though, Geben van Venrooy Kawasaki, went back after the 33 as Marchetti Racing's Benoit Paturel and Tommy Searle got held up in one of the turns. Those two would eventually come home in 20th and 22nd place. Geiser happily circulating in 4th place, ahead of the Monster Energy Yamahas of Van Horbeke and Febvre, as Cairoli on the Red Bull KTM, just doing his best to keep the Rockstar Energy Husqvarna of Paul Ann in his sights. Jeremy Siwa tried to make a move around the outside of Julian Lieber, but the Monster Energy Kawasaki rider maintained his ground. But a couple of laps later, he lost out as the Swiss came charging up the inside and took 7th away with about 6 laps to go. Cairoli was looking good, but then he made a slight mistake here. Gave up some yards to the 21 of Paul Ann. Lupino looking solid, though. Eventually came home in 9th place behind the 33 of Lieber. Then Tony Cairoli in 3rd had a problem with the front end. the start device somehow jammed on. He had to throw the bike down, and he had to break it free. Eventually, it did break free. The forks sprung back into life, but he lost ground. Eventually came home in 7th. Herlings was victorious, though, for the 5th straight time. Paulin came home 2nd. Geiser for HRC 3rd. Van Horbeek and Fevre, Siwa, Cairoli and Lieber, you top 8.
Yeah, definitely was a really good moto. I mean, the track was really easy and flat today, so I had an awesome start, took the whole shot, so very pleased with that. And riding was really good, but it was hard to make a difference to the other guys because the track was so easy going, let's say. But happy with today, riding was good, feeling good, so looking forward to tomorrow, and it's going to be a good day, hopefully. So hopefully tomorrow get 2 same starts and work from there.